Welcome to Growing Up Boomer. I'm your host, Padre, with my co-host, Professor. And this podcast is dedicated to the life and times of the baby boomer generation. The show is loosely scripted, and sometimes we'll go down rabbit holes, and where it leads us to, one will never know. This podcast can be informative, funny, and sometimes irreverent. But most of all, we hope you find it entertaining. Hey, Professor, how's it going, my man?
I'm going very well, Padre. How about you?
Whoa. I see you wearing a hat today.
Well, I figured I'll give you some competition since the Giants are mathematically can get into the playoffs.
Yes, they can. I think we discussed that last week.
We did, and I've been just checking and following, and so I could see I don't know, game and a half, 2 games or something behind the Mets for the last wild card spot. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that. I mean, the Dodgers kind of put the hurt on them over the weekend.
Yep. That's not unusual.
Oh, and I was at the game on Saturday.
No.
That was my Father's Day. Yeah, that was my Father's Day gift.
Oh, awesome. Lucky you.
Oh, I know it. How
was it? Where'd you sit?
It was called Section 415.
Okay, that's up high.
It's up high, and it's like a party section, right? We didn't join the party because there was just probably too many Giants fans in there. There was too much orange and black, so we got to sit in our seat, and the seat was near the wall.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a slugfest. I mean, there was only one home run in the game.
Okay.
That was it, and that was by Ohtani. But everything else, it was just what I call a small ball. Just a lot of base hits, doubles, and stuff like that.
Singles and doubles, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the final score was 7-12, or 7-13.
Okay, wow, there was a lot of hits.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's exciting, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a pitching guy. I would have loved to have seen Friday's game, the one that Dodgers lost, with a grand slam in the bottom of the 10th. Now, that's how you end the game.
Oh, no, that's the way to go.
Oh, you ain't kidding. But,
they went... And they lost it.
They lost it,
which means it was the Giants that hit the grand slam.
Yes, it was. It was the Giants. It's a way to end the game. I got to give it to them. But I'll tell you what. This was a pitching duel. Verlander, he's been around as long as maybe Kershaw has been around. And he pitched an outstanding game as old as he is.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
And Yamamoto pitched an outstanding. His last 2 outings have been very good.
Good.
He went, the one that the Dodgers lost, he went all the way, all 9 innings, except he only needed 1 out with 1 man on, 3-run lead, and they lost.
Oh,
They pulled him, and the closers couldn't close it out.
Oh, I don't know why. Why do managers do that? Because I know, because there's 1 out and whatever, people on.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, the other thing is, you got to remember, this is not the 60s. Where the guys pitched a full game.
Oh, no, yeah. Full game and beyond.
Yeah. This is a completely different way that we look at baseball. If you guys last after 5 innings, I'm surprised he's still in the game.
Yeah, I know. It's different. It's different. Yeah.
But, the playoffs are coming. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, for your guys.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I hope mine could squeak in.
Well, you can squeak in and...
Well, wait a second. They're ahead of the Padres. They're ahead of the Padres by 2.5, 3.5, something like that, games?
We are ahead of the Padres by 2.5 games. So we
2.5.
We could go into the wild card.
Nah, yeah, you're going to get in. You'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll be in the playoffs. Either the lowest team in or a wild card. Either one. Yeah. I'll take either one.
All right.
But hey, what do you say we get into our podcast, buddy?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to cover. We probably should.
As you know, we want to talk about the 1960s groups that were very popular at the time, and many people thought they should have been legendary.
Yeah.
I myself, I'm kind of like, they're okay. All right, what I mean?
Yes. You know what? I agree with you. Most of these are okay, but I think if in a couple of circumstances, I think if they had stayed together, they didn't stay together for whatever reasons. Okay. But if some of them stayed together, there's a fair chance they would have been different situations.
And some of these groups were very influential in music
Absolutely.
and kick-started a lot of great guitarists.
Guitars and other bands.
Yeah. Oh
Yep,
yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they
we'll
were
get
just
there.
unbelievable. Hey, shall we
Yep.
Shall we get going in it?
Sure. You want to go first?
All right. I have to because it's Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Oh, and that's your favorite group?
They used to crack me up in their garb. Remember, they used to
I
have
know,
like
the
the colonial
Revolutionary War.
dress. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Revolutionary War. They
Oh
did all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. That's what they did. And
Hmm.
of course, I think they hosted a TV show
Yes, they did.
for a while.
Yes, they did.
Okay, and kicks da kicks da. Yeah, and Hungry.
Yeah.
Those are a couple
Yes.
of big
Yeah.
songs. Yeah,
But
yeah,
their big hit came in 1971. I think it was their only number one hit. Was called Indian Reservation, or the other
yeah.
name is Cherokee Nation.
Cherokee
Remember
Nation.
it?
Yep,
Dun
yep,
dun 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 dun
yep,
dun
yep,
dun dun dun. That
yep.
was big time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
problem was even though they went the route of the Monkees with a TV show and everything like that,
Right.
they just never got out of that teeny bopper, what you call it, the revolutionary look.
Well, the Revolutionary
Yeah,
War, and it was more teeny bopper, yeah. So they were
yeah,
really, really the young teens, as far as that's concerned.
yeah.
Yeah, if they were out of Boise, Idaho, I believe they actually started in 1958.
Yes, yes.
If and they went into the early
Hmm.
70s, and they had
Yeah.
what hits in the top 30, I think.
Oh
Which
yeah, yeah.
no,
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't
No, no,
notice
no.
that.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, yeah,
They had quite a few, in the top 40. You're
yeah,
absolutely right. But their
yeah.
number one hit, the only one was Indian Reservations, Cherokee
Yeah.
Nation.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that, yeah, but they just they didn't change. They didn't acclimate to the changes.
yeah, yeah. They were
So
still more teeny bopper than anything
yeah,
else.
yeah. Which is kind of like Herman's Hermits.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I mean, there's another group. Now
Hmm.
it's interesting because when they first hit,
Yeah,
okay, with I'm into something good. And that shot to number one in the
yeah.
UK,
Uh-huh.
top 20 in the US. Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely dog.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. I mean, those are I'm an irradiate Diane,
Yeah,
irradiate Diane,
1965.
I am.
I
I
can't
know,
believe that was a number one hit.
I know, it was a number one hit. Okay, and but when they came in there, they were rivaling the Beatles.
Oh
In fact,
yeah,
I think
yeah. Yes,
one
they
of them
were.
knocked the Beatles out.
Yeah, there was
Okay,
quite a few British groups that were
yeah,
coming in that were kind of like Hermits, and we'll talk about the other ones that were
the other one,
rivaling the Beatles.
absolutely, that was the British invasion. Yeah, they're
Yes.
out of Manchester, England,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and if I recall correctly, they got their name. I guess Peter Noon.
Mm-hmm.
He was compared, for whatever reason, to Sherman from
Mm-hmm.
Rocky and the Bullwinkle cartoons.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of nuts. Okay, and that's they kind of adopted the name to Herman and the Hermits. I don't know why, but they did.
Uh-huh.
Also, I guess a pub owner apparently commented that they look like hermits, so it kind of that's what they did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Oh
but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
they couldn't get past, as they're saying, the bubblegum
Yeah.
beginnings, and
Yeah.
because the Beatles and the Stones, they went psychedelic and experimental. They
Mm-hmm.
just stuck with a safe formula, and by the end of the
Sure.
'60s, they were already fading from the
Yeah.
spotlight.
You're
So
right.
I think that's going to be something that we're going to see.
Mm-hmm.
A number of bands just fell apart because they didn't change with the times.
You're
They
right.
didn't acclimate to the changes. So yeah, yeah.
Shall we say they did not read the room?
They did not read, yeah, the
Yeah.
big room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
To see where music
Absolutely.
was going, and they just didn't. They
Yeah.
just didn't move in that
Well,
direction.
they either didn't lead it or they didn't follow.
Yeah.
Okay, they just kind of stayed where they were.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Oh,
yeah.
do you remember the Dave Clark Five?
I do. I really do. Glad all over.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad all over. Da, 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 da. Now, there were another one that was like the biggest Beatle
Right.
rivals when they
Right.
hit this
Oh
scene.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think they knocked them off the UK charts.
they did. They did
Mhm.
knock them off, okay, for a little
Yeah.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were on the Ed Sullivan Show, I think, for a dozen times.
Oh yeah.
Bits and Pieces was
Mhm.
another song. Can't you
Mhm.
see that she's mine?
Mhm.
Catch Us If You Can. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
The Red Balloon. Good old rock and roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a good group. I wish
Yeah.
they had stuck around because
Yeah.
they were good.
They
They were
yeah. Yeah.
they started in 1957 in
Yes.
Tottenham,
Yes, they
London,
did.
and Dave Clark, he was the drummer and the leader.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
know how you could tell that
Now, tell what?
that he was the leader?
Tell me.
Because that was the only group that had the drummer in the front.
Oh, that's right. I
Hmm.
forgot that.
Yeah,
That's right.
the
He
drummer
was
was
in the
always
front,
in the
Dave.
front.
That's right. He was always in the front. They were
You
always
wanted to
behind
make
him.
sure I'm Dave Clark.
Yeah. In my band, my
Yeah, this
band.
is my band.
Yeah. Again, they didn't dip beyond the. They had driving
Yeah.
beats. They
Hmm.
never got beyond that.
Yeah.
And when the Stones and everybody
Right.
they
Right.
pushed
Yeah.
boundaries, they just stayed in their lane, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what? I would be happy to be a has-been because you know what that means.
What does it mean to you?
I was a bin at one time.
Oh, you would have been.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be a has-been any
I
day
get it.
because at one time I was a
Okay.
bin.
I was a bin. Okay. Well, you know what? I can relate to that. Okay. I've been a bin before.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. You remember the Turtles?
I've been. Oh, I remember the Turtles. The guy with that wild hair.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was that
uh-huh.
happy
You know what?
together.
That's probably one of their
Happy
popular
together.
songs, and they are constantly playing that. You always hear that every so often in some comedies, like The Big Bang had that.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's a cover song for other people also. And they,
Hmm.
according to information, they were like going to be because of the harmonies. They had a lot of great
Yes,
harmonies.
yes, they did.
Challenging the Beach Boys. But
Yes.
because they did a lot of harmonies and radio-friendly pop music, and
Hmm. Hmm.
they're they they actually did they were versatile enough. I think that they flirted with
Mm.
psychedelia with "She'd Rather Be with Me," which was that kind of that genre.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, yeah, I know.
But
They
it did.
started in 1965 in your neck of the woods,
Yes.
and they actually were previously known by the Night Riders as
Yeah.
the Night Riders and
Hmm.
the Crossfires.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
It's funny how they get all these names out of nowhere.
I can
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You
Night
know.
Riders and I mean, the band that I was in was called the Cobblestones. Where the heck we come up with a name like that?
Yeah. Well, probably you were a folk group, weren't you?
No.
Oh.
You kidding? No. Did Beatles songs, and I was
Mm.
lead singer, so I did
Hmm.
Michelle, and I did
Yeah.
other songs and so on. I was a rhythm guitarist, and
Hmm.
and me lead singer, which is kind of laughable, which is probably why we didn't get anywhere. Who knows? But
Look at where we are now, right?
yeah.
I mean, who
But
wasn't in a garage band back in the 60s?
yep, I know. Yeah, well, I
No.
was in New York City, so it wasn't a garage. But
Mm.
anyway, that's aside. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Mm.
the Turtles, they were plagued by record label troubles and
Hmm. Oh
had a
yeah.
lot of drama inside.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
Yeah.
I guess two of them. Who was it? It was Mark Volman
Hmm.
and Howard Kalin. They were
Yeah.
fighting over ownership of the work
Yes.
and so on. But they had like 8 hits in the top 20.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Happy Together was number one, and nothing else came close
Hmm.
to that particular part. And
Hmm.
they broke up in 1970. And
Yeah.
other groups, had they gotten it together, they
Yeah.
might have hung around a bit
Yeah.
longer. Yeah,
Maybe. Maybe. Who
maybe.
knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Or if anything, they would have still been playing even now,
Yeah, yep.
like some
And
groups.
there are a few groups that are still playing now.
Yeah.
Yep, there
Yeah.
are. Yep,
That
yep.
don't really require the original members. They
Yeah,
just
no.
need one, like the Doobie Brothers.
Yep, the Doobie Brothers.
you know,
Yeah, as an example. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the exception to that would be the Rolling Stones, because
Oh,
once you
yes.
lose Mick Jagger, the Stones are done.
Oh, yeah, that'll be done.
Yeah,
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 yeah, so stuff
yeah,
like that. Oh, do you
yeah.
remember Tommy James and the Shandels?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Crimson and Clover.
Crimson and Clover. Yeah,
Hmm.
number one. Hanky Panky also.
Yeah,
I think, and of course, Money.
yeah,
And I think we're alone now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was psychedelic pop.
yeah,
They were everywhere. They were definitely
yeah,
all over the place. They rivaled almost everybody.
yeah,
They were
yeah,
at a Wales, Michigan in
yeah,
'64 is when they popped in.
yeah.
This, yeah,
Do you remember Hanky
yeah,
Panky?
yeah,
Oh, sing it for
yeah.
us. Sing it for us,
Okay,
Professor.
hang on. Da, hanky panky.
My baby does a
He
hanky
has the
panky.
hanky panky.
My baby
My baby
does a hanky panky.
panky.
My baby
My
does a
baby
hanky
does the hanky
panky.
panky. My baby
Da-da-da-da-da.
does
That
the
was
yeah.
hilarious one.
Yeah, I know it's hilarious. Can
Yeah.
you? I mean, it's
Oh, how about do you
like
remember I Think We're Alone Now?
think we're alone
Yeah,
now.
got it, man.
Do, 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 do,
How
do,
about Crystal
do.
Blue Persuasion?
Crystal Blue Persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
What
yeah.
a great, and then the funny thing about these groups is a lot of their songs are so different. I
Yeah,
mean, you listen to some and you think it's like a bubblegum type of teeny bopper, and then you
right.
listen to other ones and you're going like, man, that one is wild.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but those songs, um, they I think they got into that excuse me, the psychedelic pop, as I
Yeah.
mentioned, and they
hmm
didn't get out of there.
Right. Right.
Okay, they kind of stayed stuck in there, and so
Yeah.
um,
Well, what
yeah,
happened? What happened is other groups got more psychedelic.
yeah, got more psychedelic and more like
Yeah.
they experimented with other stuff,
Absolutely.
and now their music is covered all the time.
Oh yeah.
You hear their songs all the time,
hmm
cover bands and stuff like that. So,
Well, the other one
yeah,
that yeah, and this was the one that you're saying that once you know Tommy James left the band was
right.
basically defunct. It was
Yep,
done.
yep,
You
done.
know. You know.
Yep, yep,
Uh,
yep. What about the Love and Spoonful?
oh, I remember that group. Yeah,
Yep.
Hot Time Summer in the City.
Hot times, summer in the city. Yep.
Back of
Do
my
you
neck's getting
believe?
dirty and pretty.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Do you believe in magic?
Yes.
Yeah, the young
Dun,
girls
dun,
are.
dun. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It was almost like a group was almost like a folk rock type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
Group genre type
yeah.
of thing. I mean, this
Did
is
you ever have to make up your
yes,
mind? Yeah,
yes. And what I loved about this is what I loved about the '60s and the '70s was that the music all blended. I mean, you could have a folk song number one, and then the next week you'd have a psychedelic song as number one.
you
You
know what?
know?
I hear you. Exactly. And you know what? Facebook pops me up periodically.
Yeah.
The top 50 or top 20 or the top 100 songs of a
Yes.
specific date.
Right. Uh
Okay.
huh. Uh huh.
Okay. And you're absolutely right. If you look through it, okay, well, the ones I saw was a Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
Okay. And Beatles and da 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 da. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Ballad of the Green Beret.
Ballad of the Green
That was a
Beret.
number one song.
Wow, I do. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That was good. You're going back to the Spoonful. They actually had 7 consecutive single hits
Yeah.
in 10 in the top 10 in 18
Right.
months.
hmm
That's a lot
hmm
when you think about it. That is really a lot.
Oh yeah.
But they were, and you're talking about folk rock. That was an upbeat folk rock, and they were great. John Sebastian, he had a great
Yes.
following, and yeah.
hmm
Now they were out of Greenwich Village, my neck of the woods,
Yeah. Yeah.
from '64 to '68. So they weren't around all that long.
Oh, let me ask
They
you
had
the Rascals or the Young Rascals.
I mean, I'll tell you, I just, I think of that, and I think of me at the College Barn, which is the bar across the street from campus,
hmm
and that song, all those songs come out,
Yeah.
grooving
Yeah.
on a Sunday afternoon.
Yes. Yeah.
Good
Groovin'.
loving, do
Yeah.
do 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 do. Good loving, do 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 do. Do do do. People got to be free. It's
Yes.
a
That's
beautiful morning.
yes. Absolutely.
Do do do.
And
I've been lonely too long. Yeah, I know.
the best one though, I'm not the best one, but the one that I remember was "You Better Run," but not by the Young Rascals, but by Pat Benatar. She took that
Oh,
song.
okay, yeah,
Dun dun dun
okay,
dun dun. It was a big. It was a
yeah,
strong beat
yeah,
song.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that put her on the map. She's my
Yeah.
favorite female artist. Is Pat
Okay,
Benatar. You
okay.
know?
She's good. She's
Yeah.
good. There's no, but
And
I love them. These guys, they were really, really good. And
okay.
again,
All right. Yeah.
they were came from New Jersey, so
Yes.
they were right there for me.
Yeah.
And they started in '65 and went till '72, and
Mm.
yeah, it was too bad. They were really, really good. And I guess they disbanded in '72. I guess it was musically they were growing apart.
Yeah.
There's a shift to jazzier, less commercially successful stuff,
Mm.
personal conflicts, management issues, member departures, and it's really too bad because they put out some good stuff.
I was gonna
I,
say. Yeah.
in fact, you know what? I think I'm going to pull out their album, and I think I'm going to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. For play it. You know
Yeah.
what? My best memory of a Rascals song is "Moonlighting."
Okay.
Do you remember Moonlighting?
Not off the top of my head. Can you
Oh,
sing a
with
few
Bruce
bars?
Willis, right? And Sybil Shepherd,
Yeah.
okay?
Moonlighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a TV program before
No, I never saw
did
it.
Die Hard. Okay. There's
No.
this one
No.
scene. Well, first of
Moonlighting.
all, we had a motivational speaker. How did I tell you about this? A motivational speaker at one of our seminars. And
Hmm.
he was an actor, comedian actor, and he had a part in Moonlighting, a small part. He was very intricate in the story. And he said Sybil Shepherd and Bruce
Hmm.
Willis did not get along.
Ooh.
And they
Okay.
were always telling him, well, you tell Mr. Willis this. And he said, I had enough. He says, I had enough. I went to my trailer. I was packing everything up. The producers come. He says, you can't go. You're a vital part in this show. And we've already recorded 4 episodes with you in it. I don't
Right.
care. I can't put it up. And he goes, he whips out the checkbook and he writes down. He says, how about this? He shows him the checkbook, right? How about this? And the guy looks and he says, I can be bought. And he says, I finished it up. But the funny thing about this one is it incorporates a young kid, like maybe in high school, middle school, and he has to read The Taming of the Shrew.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
So he reads it through the lens of Moonlighting to make it interesting.
Okay.
So, The Taming of the Shrew is with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. And what ends up happening is when he brings her to marry her, he has to force her to marry him. They start singing Good Loving. And everybody's dressed in this period piece, like, medieval times. And they're
Right.
all,
Right. Right. Right.
it is hilarious. You've got to see it. Look it up
No,
on
that is.
YouTube. You
I'm sure that's
will
funny.
laugh. Just look under
Ah,
Moonlighting Good Loving.
okay.
And
Moonlight. That's the episode.
yeah,
Okay.
and then what you call it? Bruce Willis, he used to be in a rock band, and he's
Yep.
got his microphone. He's got his harmonica, and he's going, and it is hilarious.
Wow.
So yeah. So
Got it. Okay. Cool. I just
but
wrote
see that
it down
one.
so I'll
But the
remember.
Young Rascals, it is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. They're good. They were good. I'm sorry that they went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. What about the animals?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Yeah.
a place in New Orleans.
Yeah.
They call the rising sun.
The thing that I think, because a lot of these were written by Eric Burton, he must have done
Yep.
some time. There's a lot of these songs. I'm going like one of the Grand Funk Railroad songs that was a cover song for them was called "Inside Looking Out,"
Hmm.
and it's about a guy in prison, written by
Yeah.
Eric Burton. I think they first performed it in '66. Grand Funk Railroad uses it as a cover song.
Okay.
For I can't remember what year it was. It was probably about 72, 70,
Wow.
72. But
Okay.
yeah,
I haven't heard.
yeah,
I haven't heard that name for a while either. Grand Funk Railroad.
yeah, yeah. But it starts off with the top hat, tsh, tsh,
Yeah.
tsh, and then it
Yeah.
goes in, I'm sitting here lonely like a broken man, and doing my time, doing the best I can, and I'm going like,
Yeah.
yeah, Eric Burton must have served some time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
And he goes, walls and bars they surround on me, and I can't get no sympathy. And then he goes to the bass, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it
Yeah.
is just,
Yeah, he had some really gritty vocals, and of course, the organist Alan Price, he was
yes,
really good in that
yeah.
also. They
He
were good.
also discovered War.
Yep, yep.
The group War. Remember,
The
he
group
made an
War. That
album.
I do.
Eric Burton declares war on the world, and
That's right.
it was the
Yeah,
group War
yeah,
that was
yeah,
featured on it. But
yeah. The other ones,
yeah,
don't
go
let
ahead.
me be, don't let me be misunderstood.
Yeah.
Doo, doo, doo.
Dun, dun, dun,
And
dun, dun,
we
dun.
gotta get out of
This,
this place.
yes, yeah,
Did it ever do? They were out of England, Newcastle, and they were 62 to 66.
yes. Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the song Sky Pilot?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was
Sky Pilot, something like that.
was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very anti-Vietnam,
yeah,
anti-war song by
yeah,
a priest, and
yeah, yeah,
it was a pretty, like I said, it was a pretty political song. I mean, well done too as
yeah,
well. I mean, it
yeah.
was very, very good.
Yeah, they had a lot of lineup changes, which kind of led to them falling apart. And then
That's true. That's true.
Burton left on, and he did other things and so
Yeah.
on. So that
Yeah, he
was
was
it.
kind
But
of like
that's a good.
he was kind of like the soul of the group.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, he was. And when he left, things just fell
Yeah,
apart.
it's kind
And
of
sometimes that's what happens. Yeah.
yeah. Kind of like Jim
Absolutely.
Morrison was to the Doors type of thing.
Exactly. Yep.
He was
Yep.
like the soul of the group, and
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you remember the Monkees?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm a
we're the Monkees.
believer. Yes, I am. Well, yeah.
Oh golly, I
Yeah,
love the car they used to drive.
Oh.
Remember, it was
God,
a
I
custom
vaguely remember that.
GTO. It was a custom.
Was it? You know what? I don't remember that, but I certainly know what a GTO is.
Yeah, they cut off the roof and made it convertible from the trunk all the way forward, so they can have more. So they had a seat in it.
I think I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. Was it David Jones? That was his name?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Jackie had a crush on him.
Well, who didn't?
Well, I didn't.
Which young lady didn't have a crush on him?
Yeah. Okay.
Like
there you
it
go.
was like David Cassidy.
Yeah. That's what it was. David Cassidy, not David Jones. David
Okay.
Cassidy. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, interesting. Fictional band on TV.
Sure.
And,
yeah. I'm a believer.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
I'm a believer.
Last train to Clarksville.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They had like 6 top 10 hits.
Yeah.
They were pretty popular.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. But did you? I don't know if you know this, but they mainly worked with vocals. They did vocals with studio musicians.
Yes.
So they didn't do a lot of their own actual.
No, they did
work.
not.
And they came out of your neck of the woods in '66.
Yeah. Hey,
And,
get this. You know who tried out for them?
Who?
Charles Manson. Tried out to be tried to be a monkey. He auditioned to be a monkey.
Boy. Ah, man, what's his crazy world? Crazy world. Yeah.
Well, it's one of these things that you think about history. What happened? What would have happened if he did become a monkey?
I don't know. Maybe it would have changed his mind and things wouldn't have happened.
Well, how about this?
Maybe it's because he didn't get in that he
that
went off
be
the deep end.
How about Fidel Castro tried out for the Cleveland Indians as a pitcher?
Yeah.
What if he would have made the team?
He would have made things could have been
history
different.
would have changed.
Yeah. Can you imagine just little? I mean, we don't know, but just thinking about that, it could take that one small thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah. The Monkees.
Yeah. Well, when the TV show ended, basically they did too.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember they really didn't have a, shall we say, got along well with the manager.
Right. They had manager issues and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, big time. I don't think. And what happened is they were, the song by the Archie, Sugar, Sugar.
Yeah, sugar, sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
They wanted them to do that song, the Monkees, and
Right.
they said no. They said we will not do it, and that's when that guy started the Archies. He said you don't have to argue with cartoons.
Yeah.
So, what? So I started this, the Archies. I don't have to argue with cartoons.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
I know.
Oh, how about the Birds?
Oh, the birds are great. I mean,
I figured they were right up your alley.
They're right up my alley. Absolutely. They're up my alley. They started in your neck of the woods in '64.
Yes.
But no, absolutely. Are you kidding? Because they took some of Dylan's songs and did their own thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Oh, yeah.
Turn.
Yeah.
Yep. 8 miles high.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. They They had some excellent members of that group.
Well, they had David Crosby.
Right. And it was Graham Nash in that group, too?
No, Nash wasn't in there. He was in another group.
Oh, okay.
That was before Nash got in there. Yeah, if I recall correctly. Yeah. They had a lot of influence on music coming downstream.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding.
Tom Petty, REM.
Oh, yeah.
They basically pioneered country rock that was sweet country rock.
Well, the Eagles, they were very influential on the Eagles.
Yeah,
because the Eagles,
absolutely.
if you listen to them, they almost have the same sound. The harmonies are excellent.
Yep.
The guitar playing is excellent.
Yep.
So.
Well, the other thing is because their contributions was folk rock, psychedelic rock, raga rock, and using because they used forgot who it was, whoever the guitarist was, but a 12-string Rickenbacker guitar, which was kind of like new, okay, that hadn't been done before. So they actually, I mean, they tried to change and be creative and go from there. But again, the lineup changes is what dropped them. They just were never stable. So bummer. It's a bummer because I like their stuff.
Yeah. They were pretty good. The Hollies. Do you remember the Hollies?
Yeah. Stop. Do.
Yeah. Their big hit was
He's my brother.
He ain't heavy.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. That's British Invasion.
Yes.
Yep.
They were part of that as well. You know?
Yeah.
I really didn't listen too much to the Hollies. They weren't quite my group.
Well, I didn't go after them, but those songs played all the time, so I heard those songs. That's why I can, pop a few bars of it.
Right.
So they just didn't connect.
Yeah.
The harmonies made them great, but they never really broke through. Now he was the one that Graham Nash was in.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. He was in one of these.
He was in that one
groups.
before Crosby, Stills, and Nash. In fact, of course, Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young, played at Woodstock, and that was the first time the four of them performed together, adding Young, if I recall correctly. Right. They're just not rock giants. Okay, they were good. Yes. So, Now the other one, this is I hadn't thought of this group in a long time. Steppenwolf.
Oh, I had their albums, man.
Okay, I just haven't thought of them, and they were great. Born to be wild.
Magic Carpet Ride.
Magic Carpet Ride. Yeah, they're a great one. That was all biker inspired, and it was different. It came from a different perspective. And they were good. They were Canadians actually.
Yes.
There's three Canadians who were in a band called the Sparrows. Out of Canada, and they went to your neck of the woods and. And then I forget who joined them, but two members from your neck of the woods joined them, and Magic Carpet Ride and Rock Me, and they were in the top 10.
John Kay, I think, immigrated from Lithuania, I think.
No, okay.
And then so there was always question about him being a communist, because at the time. There was I can't remember, but at the time there was a Soviet satellite, and people thought, "Oh, wait a minute, the big Red Scare goes and stuff like that."
All that stuff was going.
One of my favorite songs, by Steppenwolf, is "The Pusher."
Oh yeah,
that was a big time song.
Yeah, it was a big song. I forgot that one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, The Pusher.
Yeah, that was a big time song. He almost, John Kay almost sings it like it's a Broadway play. In other words, he's like telling a story. When you listen to the people who sing on Broadway, it's always they're telling a story. And they're singing, but it just happens to have a little harmony in it. And this is what The Pusher kind of reminded me of. He's just like kind of like the way Pat Benatar sings a song.
Yeah. Well, a lot of songs are stories. Not all of them. A lot of songs are stories.
But some of them don't have the voice. What happens is you get hung up on the not on the lyrics, but you get hung up on the harmonies. It sounds so good, and you don't realize what the song's actually saying. And a few artists, Eric Burton was one.
Right.
You're listening. I mean, because first of all, he doesn't have a stellar voice. He's got a unique voice, but when he's singing about something, and and that's what you get hooked on. Pat Benatar is the same thing.
Well, you're saying that, and I'm thinking about Janis Joplin, because
excellent point.
There's another one, right? Okay, of course, Dylan too.
Yeah.
You really caught the words. A lot of times, you're right. You get hung up in the melodies, and I don't know the words, or I don't the gist of it because I'm just so into the music part of it.
Yes,
I was. Yeah, I know. I understand. But they were good stuff. They had some good stuff, but in the '70s, they just got overshadowed and it didn't work.
And I think you're right. A lot of times, they don't grow, and other groups become louder and more psychedelic and stuff like that.
Right,
it's just like all times, very few groups last.
Right.
I mean, very few groups become the Beatles, will become some of these rap artists, like,
Yeah,
you know,
but look at the Beatles though.
yeah,
Okay, I mean they didn't last
yeah,
when you really think about it.
hmm
Okay, they didn't last well into the 70s like
yeah,
some of these other groups.
right.
Okay,
But their
but
contribution to
there's
music,
that's a whole different story. What
yeah,
they did in that short period of time
yeah,
was just amazing
hmm
because they went in a lot of different directions. Were willing to take chances,
yeah.
okay, and go from there. So, yeah, yeah,
And why? Because they were the Beatles.
they
and,
because I
and if
can.
they said something,
Yeah.
everybody listened.
Yep, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. What about the Zombies?
Oh yeah.
They
Oh
were good.
yeah.
It's
What
the
was it?
time of
Yeah.
the season. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
She's not
She's not
there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How did that
That
song
was
go? Let me tell you about the way she looks, the
the
way
way
she
she
exhales, the
did
color of
color
her
up.
hair.
Da, 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 da,
Her
da,
eyes are
da,
clear and bright, but she's
da.
not there. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And
That's it.
again,
That's it.
harmonies and stuff like that were very, very good
Yeah,
on that one.
yeah. That was in '64.
Hmm
She's not there, and that actually hit number two.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There, I guess apparently their album Odyssey and Oracle
Yes.
is considered like one of the greatest albums of
Yes.
the decade with arrangements and harmonies.
Right.
They were good. They were good.
Yeah.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
really refined and really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think you
what
said
happened?
time of the season. I think you mentioned that already.
Yeah, it's the time. It's the time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know the song. I can't. I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah,
hmm
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I guess in '67, they were kind of frustrated.
Yeah.
And so they left Decca Records and signed with CBS.
hmm
That's who they did the Odyssey and Oracle with.
Right.
And they did that at the EMI Stadium, which is Abbey Road Studios.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah,
hmm
EMI's Stadium. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, with at that studio. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
hmm
yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if you know. Also, I guess their budget when they switched to Decca and they went to the other, they didn't have a good budget,
Mm.
so they couldn't stretch to get session musicians.
Right.
So they used a Mellotron to
Uh-huh.
fill out the arrangements. In fact, it was they used John Lennon's Mellotron. It
Uh-huh.
was still in the studio,
Right.
uh,
Right.
and it was there for
Uh,
the Mellotron was there for Sergeant Pepper's Lonely
yeah.
Hearts Club Band.
It was
So
still there.
easy to tell you. Anyway, back to
Did
the Zombies.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they kicked in '61,
Yeah.
and basically by the time of the season was a big hit, they were pretty much already done.
Yeah.
And they apparently have been rediscovered over the years,
Mhm.
supposedly. But again, they had some good stuff. And the Zombies, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's key. I'm going through this, and I remember these groups.
Yeah.
Okay, like the Yardbirds.
Yes.
Yeah, the Yardbirds. Okay, now talking about a group that spun off success elsewhere.
Yeah.
The Yardbirds is definitely one of them.
Yes.
And when you think about the lead guitarists, some of the best top lead guitarists
Oh,
ever,
yeah. Mhm.
okay, starting with Eric Clapton,
Yes.
okay, because he was the original. No, actually, I don't think he was the original. He replaced somebody, but
Mhm.
he was there 66 to 65.
Yes.
And then Jeff Beck,
Yep.
okay, and then Jimmy Page. I mean, we're
Mhm.
talking, stellar
Yeah.
lead guitar.
Mhm.
So and they all went on to be successful
Yeah.
in other
I
stuff.
think what was it? For Your Love? Dun,
For
dun,
Your
dun.
Love.
You know that
Yep.
song right there? That song right there, For Your Love?
Yeah.
Eric Clapton quit because of that song.
He did.
He did.
Yep.
He said he couldn't stand that song, and he said once they did it,
Yep.
he was not very instrumental into that song. He did his part, but once
Right.
they did that, he left.
He was
He
gone.
said,
He was toast.
I'm not doing this."
Yeah. 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 He didn't do that. And Heart
Yeah.
Full of Soul.
Yeah.
Heart Full of Soul. Yeah. And that was Lee. That was Beck on that
Mhm.
lead on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were yeah, they were experimental. They doing
Oh, yeah.
blues, psychedelia, and hard rock, and so on. And if actually it influenced Led Zeppelin, but of
Yes.
course one of them we'll talk about
Jimmy
went on to
Page.
Jimmy Page went on to do Led
Well,
Zeppelin.
yeah, the song that really kind of got into the Led Zeppelin type of thing was that Dazed and Confused
Mm-hmm,
by the Yardbirds, and
Yep.
that's when Jimmy Page uses innovative violin bow on his
Well, no,
guitar.
he used a cello bow.
Yeah.
It was a cello bow.
Okay. It was not a
Yeah.
violin bow.
No, it was a
Yeah.
cello bow on a
Okay.
guitar, and nobody ever did that before. So
Mhm.
yeah, he started doing some interesting
Yeah.
things, no doubt about it. So
Yeah.
they were basically 63 to 68.
Yeah.
And yeah, they stuck together, but their contribution
Yeah.
to rock's evolution is incredible.
Mhm.
Clapton went off to John Mayall
Yeah.
and the Blues Breakers. Then he went formed Cream.
Yes.
Okay, now think about who was in Cream.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a great group. Beck went to the
Yeah. Who is it?
group, the Jeff Beck group.
Jack Bruce, and Ginger
Rod
Baker
Stewart.
for the Cream.
Rod.
For
Oh,
Cream.
you're talking the Cream. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But the Jeff Beck group, Rod Stewart was in it. Ron
Yeah.
Wood.
Mhm.
Okay, and Jimmy Page went on Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a gateway group, if you will.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. You think
incredible.
about you're right about Eric Clapton. I mean, he did what he did. Blind Faith. He was in
Blind
Blind
Faith.
Faith.
Yeah.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Yeah.
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 So he did a lot of that. He seemed
You know,
to
you,
jump
you
from
say
group to
Blind
group.
Faith, okay, and in my mind, okay, I have an idea about where the note is to start that very famous song, but I can't
What
do
song is
it.
that? What song is
I
that?
can't remember, but I just Blind Faith, and it just
Mhm.
if I heard it, oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just know.
Yeah,
Okay,
but Blind Faith, I think they only did one album.
they only
That
did
was
one
it.
album.
Yeah,
It was a
that
great
was it.
album.
Yeah, it was. It was. It
Yeah,
was.
I don't think Cream didn't do a lot of albums either. I
Oh,
don't
they
think.
did. They did 4 altogether. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a lot. I mean,
No.
that's
Well, they
great,
were.
but not
The Eric Clapton didn't like that group. He liked the music and everything, but there was always a fight of who was the leader. It
right.
was between Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker. They just
Right.
constantly, and Eric Clapton, he's just a laid back kind of guy, and he just, hey, you
Yeah.
know what?
Yeah.
I'm just
Think
laid
about
back.
that. I mean, Ginger Baker. Okay, we're talking about incredible musicians. The
Yeah.
three of them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you remember the Spencer Davis group?
The Spencer Davis group. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that was Stevie Winwood.
Yes.
Stevie Winwood. He was 14 when he joined that
Yeah.
band. Can you imagine?
imagine letting our kids join a band at 14?
Well, our kids did kind of put a band together when they were 14. Okay, they started playing music when they were 14.
Hey, I
probably.
was on the road. Okay.
Yeah,
I had
you
no
wouldn't.
idea what was going on at home.
Oh well, they were into music. They were definitely getting starting there. But he fronted them. When you think
Yes.
about that,
Yeah.
he made that group. I mean, Spencer Davis himself was good.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was like the leader of the group, I believe. But
Sure.
having him in there, boy, they were ahead of their time.
Mhm.
Give me some loving and somebody help me.
Yeah.
I'm a man. Keep
Yeah.
on running.
Yeah.
Okay, those are still a lot
Yeah. I
of
think
stuff.
Chicago used "I'm a Man" as a cover song too. That also made them.
I think you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah. They're out of Birmingham,
Yeah.
UK in '63. In fact, I'm watching that. Well, you don't watch series TV.
Mhm.
You watch movies and other stuff, right?
Mhm.
You don't watch
I
streaming
watch
TV?
it all, man. I watch it all.
Did you watch Pinky Blinders?
No, I did not.
Okay, I don't know if it's your cup of tea, but anyway, they're out of Birmingham. That's the only reason why. I mean, that's where the
Okay.
story is.
I
That's the
thought-
only reason I brought
So
that
there's
up.
no car chases or
No, because it's in the 1918 is when they start.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, it's totally different. But
Okay.
yeah.
There's got to be explosions, car chases, and everything, you know.
No. But they have a lot of violence.
Yeah.
Okay, there
You know.
definitely is some crazy stuff in
Yeah.
there. Just basically gangs, if you
Mhm.
will.
No, okay.
Trying
Is
to
it
take
kind of
over.
like Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
See, I like that
It-
movie. I did
kind of like that.
movie.
Okay, it's kind of like that, only it's multiple seasons, and it's in Birmingham, England. At the time of when the IRA was formulating.
Yeah.
And then there's there's all that. It's the mafia, but it's in England.
Hmm.
If you will. Okay. So there's Anyway, it's really good. I mean, the acting. It's won a lot of awards. It's really
No.
good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
but-
we got one more to go.
Well, hang on a second. We're not
Wait.
done.
Oh,
Okay.
You're not done.
No, because
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What do we got?
In '67, he
Yeah.
went off to form Traffic. Do you remember Traffic?
Yes. Oh,
group?
I had their
Okay,
albums.
Right, and then on to Blind Faith.
Mm.
Okay, but when he left, they never recovered. They
Yeah.
they just couldn't keep it together.
Yeah. John Barleycorn Must Die. That
John
was a
Barley.
Traffic. I've got that album. I love that album.
Yeah, it's good.
With
It's
Glad.
good. Yep. 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 Yep.
Just an excellent
Yep.
group, excellent album.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Now, are you ready for the last one?
I know the last one's great.
All right, so,
I need.
hit it,
Hang
hit
on.
it. Are you ready to
I'm
sing?
ready. Go ahead.
Okay, the Kinks.
You really got me. You really got me all day and all the night.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did,
Yeah.
Lola.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was great. Sunny afternoon. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
they
that
had
was a
5
great one.
top
I
10
did
hits.
like that one.
Oh, sunny
On the song.
afternoon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I thought that was a great one.
That was a great
Lola.
song.
Lola, I love.
Lola.
Yeah.
La 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 Lola. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They had 5 top 10s.
Yes.
There's some critically acclaimed albums like what they call it, the Village Green Preservation
Yes.
Society. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
They were telling a lot of stories and setting the music. You know that they were banned in the U.S.
What's that?
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
banned.
Yeah, they were banned for 5 years.
Yeah, they're 65, 69. There's a combination of factors the way I understand it. A lot of it's a chaotic and confrontational it came out of their confrontational and chaotic 65 tour.
Yeah.
And after they basically said, time out.
Yeah. I love that story.
Yeah.
They ended up arguing on stage.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
the guy threw his drum set, took his drum set and tossed it.
Yep.
Well, then
Yep.
the drummer gets up and whacks him in the head with his stand and knocks him unconscious.
I know they're fighting on stage. They disputed the union officials.
And you know how they got out of it? How he got it so they wouldn't press charges?
No.
The drummer said, "Well, this is part of the act. At the end of the gig, we just throw our instruments at each other."
Okay.
and so that got him out of the having charges. But the musicians federation said, "Yeah, you know what? We're going to put a ban on you guys."
Yeah.
So.
They, I mean, the band basically crippled them. I mean, that took it. So yeah. So, but they were good. They were really good. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just like that group. Lola. Lola was such a good song.
Oh yeah, they're all good songs. Yeah. I mean, everything the songs we're talking about today are great songs.
Yeah.
They're great songs. I mean, they're going to live on, at least to my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least until the baby boomers leave.
Yeah.
Unless somebody picks them up for a commercial.
Yeah.
I'm hearing more and more Grand Funk songs on commercials.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing what was it? Some of the Chevy trucks do "I'm Your Captain."
Yeah.
I'm your captain. Well, you're an American band. You hear that one every so often.
Yeah.
Locomotion.
I imagine that there are bands out there, but if they have it, they should do an album of these covers. Some of these covers.
Yeah.
Some of these songs. Some of these just absolute great ones. Okay. But that's just me talking.
Yeah.
So, anyways, good stuff.
Yeah, well, you know what, Professor? We're running a little long. What do you say we bring this one to a close, buddy?
Yeah, well, it's a good one, so I'm not surprised we went long. Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're good.
You have a great one, all righty?
All right, we'll catch you later.
All right, bye-bye. We'd like to thank you for listening and remind you if you happen to have any baby boomer topics you'd like us to cover, just email us at growingupboomer@gmail.com. And until next time, may God bless.